Hi, Bruce Seith from Orscheln Products. In this segment, we're going to show how to connect the valve cable to the RVO control. So after you've completed your valve cable, in this case a 45600 cable, you also need to include with that cable the 59112 connection kit, which has all the parts you need to connect the cable to the control. So in that kit there's 4 components. There's a bolt, a nyliner, an O-ring, and a retaining ring. So the first thing we're going to do is dump out our parts. First thing we want to do is place the O-ring down over the cable, down over the hub, and there's a groove in the hub in which that O-ring is to set into. That'll seal the cable when it's up inside the bottom of the control. The next thing we need to do is install the nyliner, and this must go in the proper direction. If you notice, there's one wide flange on one side and a narrow end on the other side. We want to install it so that the wide flange is on this side. So we're going to press it in from that side so that when we put it up into the control, the wide side is on the control side of the rod. So after we've done that, first thing you want to do is push the boot way up out of the way. And you'll notice on the control itself, it has a little caution note to make sure that you orientate the rod in the right proper direction. So that's, again, comes in key with the way we put in our nyliner. So the first thing we're going to do is slide this up into the control. Bring it all the way up. We're going to take the screw, we're going to install it in the side. And this is a self-tapping screw, so there's no nut needed. So we're going to start that in there. We'll grab our wrench. We'll screw this in. It's a long screw, so you want to run it all the way through until you're snug down tight up against the control itself. And that'll retain the cable inside the control itself. You'll also note that once the cable's in there, the reason we crimp it full length is so that it engages into the bottom of the control properly. So once we have that set up, now we can move our control out of the way, swing our rod out of the way and line it up with the pin on the control. It helps by pushing in on the cable to be able to do this. Once it's in that position, the last thing we have is a small retaining ring that we're going to place on the end of the pin, and we're going to push it in place. Snap it in place, and now your cable's properly connected to the control. Once that's completed, slide the boot back down, make sure that you get it completely over the edge of the control and back into its proper location. And now you have your valve connection made to your cable.